Hi there, Saksham this side from ACE IPM, and in today's video we are going to answer this question which comes over and over again, and that is, can a dropout crack IP math? So it's not just about if they can drop it, but more about the fact that if they stand at any disadvantage if they drop out and then prepare for this exam again. So without any further ado, let's get started and answer this question. Now, a few key highlights before we start. This video isn't about if you should drop or not. That is not the topic of discussion for today. Maybe I can take it up later, but it makes more sense after the IPM has been conducted. That is when people actually want that kind of a content, so I'll probably push it towards a later date. Now, this is something that you need to understand. It is very, very common to drop out for IPM, just like your JEE might not be that common, but it still is common. And I can tell you from my experience, although I have not conducted any survey, I have not gone to each individual and asked them if they are a dropout or not, but just having that bird's eye view, I can safely say that a good chunk of the batch, at least in IIM Rohtak, comprises of droppers. No, they are not in a majority, but they are in a good number, so that the number is significant enough. So you need to understand that a lot of droppers are already getting into these colleges, so why cannot you? But you need to understand that you cannot drop multiple times because there is an age barrier. You have to be 20 and there's a specific date after which you must be born if in case you wish to write this exam. And this has happened with a lot of people who contacted us for entrance preparation. We asked them for their age and they were not even eligible for the exam. So before enrolling yourself anywhere, please make sure that you are meeting each and every eligibility criteria that is there on their website. Now, the main question which you opened this video for, are droppers at any disadvantage? The answer to that is no, but the answer is no only as long as you can justify it. So if you can justify taking that drop, that is when you actually stand at no disadvantage whatsoever. So how do you justify that? See, what you did besides your preparation matters a lot, because let's suppose there is one candidate who is coming right out of his school, and then there is you, and both of you score the same marks, and keeping all the variables constant, ceteris paribus, you both are exactly the same candidate, the only difference being one prepared for a month and you prepared for a year. If you are sitting in front of an interviewer, the interviewer is obviously going to choose the one who prepared just for a month, right? Because he could achieve the same amount of things in lesser time. So that is why you need to make sure that you're making it like justifying the fact that what is it that you did in that 1 year, or what is it that you gained in that past 1 year which makes you stand out, how you have changed, transformed your life, or what all have you done in the last 1 year. And that is something unique about you, and that is something which most of the school people might not have done, right? So that is something that you need to justify. Now, justifying that, a lot of people might already think that it's hard for them to justify it because they haven't done much in the recent months. But you have to understand that you still have time. Your counterparts are still going to be appearing for boards, and they'll spend most of their time there. You can spend some of your time into building your CV, into building your portfolio, because you have plenty of time to spare, and you definitely can accommodate at least one of these four, right? So how do you utilize the remaining time? First of all is the certifications. Two things to keep in mind: it has to be from a credible source and in your field of interest. Certifications don't matter as much, especially the ones that are conducted online, because there is a doubt about their validity. So even if you're doing it, make sure it is from a credible source, a well-reputed website, and it should be in your field of interest so that you are able to answer all the questions that they might put up about that particular topic, right? Then you can also opt for some internships, preferably work from home internships, but please no campus ambassador internships. They're an outright scam. That is what I'd like to call them. They don't help you at all in your CV building, and I'll probably make a separate video dissing all these campus ambassador internships, or the ones that you find on Internshala. Those are not internships, I must tell you. And you need to find a good internship which actually helps you grow as an individual or as a business person, right? So find those kind of internships. If you're able to get one, maybe work there for a month or two, and that would help you better your CV. Third comes your volunteering opportunity. So you definitely can join any registered NGO and be a volunteer over there, maybe helping with the COVID relief or anything of that sort. That is also a good option. Especially in the West, volunteering work is highly valued, and it is actually an eligibility criteria to many of the schools outside. So it's not in India, but still it is valued. So you definitely can look forward to that. You can also apply to competitions, but because you are not in school, so you won't be able to apply to those school competitions. So you can go to this website called dare2compete.com and try to find competitions which match your interests and try to participate and win some certificates. Just keep in mind that certificate of participation does not matter at all. What matters is a certificate of merit. So make sure that you are eyeing for those and not just applying to any random competition just to get those participation certificates. Now, before you start with any of this, please make sure that you are analyzing the opportunity cost before jumping into any of this. I'll take an example. Let's suppose you find an internship opportunity. It is a full-time internship and it is not work from home. You'll be shelling out about 150, 160 hours to complete this internship, and it's not from a Google or Amazon or any FANG company. So that is how it is. On the other hand, you have an option to study for 150 hours and then prepare for IPMAT better and get good marks. So calculate the delta. Let's say, for example, in the latter scenario, you are able to score 20-30 marks more on you're able to score 20-30 marks more when you're able to score 20-30 marks more versus when you apply and get into that internship. I think it actually makes more sense to just prepare for IPMAT only, because your high score in aptitude test will justify taking that 1 year drop. So make sure you are doing that analysis before jumping into any of this. So talking about preparation, you must also know that ACE IPM has its own preparation course, the link of which will be there in the description box. And a few benefits of joining our course are as follows. First, it is taught by your seniors from IPM. They've cleared the exam themselves and know exactly what it takes to do the same, and they'll help you out with that. Second being, we have specialized IPMAT course material. So our primary focus remains IPM and IPM Indore, and that is how we have structured our course. And it is not a standardized process wherein CLAT aspirants, BBA aspirants, IPM 80 aspirants, all of them are studying the same material in the same batches. That is not the case with us. We only and only focus on IPM 80. And third being, mocks are there which are closely aligning to your actual exam, so that you understand where do you stand and where all the weak areas which you need to work on. And the fourth point being the most important and an area where ACE IPM absolutely crushes its competitors is the unparalleled support from IPM mentors. Because we are small, that is actually one of our advantages, because we can connect one-on-one with you and help you out wherever you find any difficulty whatsoever. So if in case you wish to join any entrance preparation institute, you can consider joining us. And for that, you can book a free counseling session with us and also avail some special discounts for YouTube audience. So if in case you want to do that, you can head over to aceipm.com/counseling and you will find all the links over there. And that is it. Thanks for joining in for the video. If in case you have any doubts, you can leave it down in the comment section or email us at contact@aceipm.com. If in case you found the video helpful, you can like it and subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends who might get benefited by this. That is it from my side. Thank you and have a good day.